My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. My name is Luke. I hope you're all doing well. What I'm wearing here today is the Outdoor Research SuperStrand LT hoodie. This is a synthetic fill insulation jacket that is extremely impressive. The insulation type is brand new. It's new to the market. Outdoor Research has spent a lot of time researching this. And with my experiences, this is the closest performer to down that I've ever seen. In fact, when I was ordering this jacket, I wasn't really paying attention. I thought it said down, but it actually said down like. I received the jacket and I thought it was down. It's that good. It's that good. But in fact, this is a synthetic polyester insulation. In this review, we're going over the pros and cons about this jacket, and we might as well get started right now. To begin this review, let's take the hoodie off and take a look at the features of this jacket. Hopefully you all have no problem seeing this jacket. All I could see is white, and I don't know how that's actually interfering with the colors and whatnot. So we will do our best, won't we? So this is the SuperStrand LT hoodie jacket, and these are the features. First off, you have two lower hand pockets. These zippers are YKK, and each one has a zipper pull. On the inside of the pocket, it's the same material as the outside. Unfortunately, there's no micro fleece to keep your hands warm. On the left-hand side of the jacket, you can use that as a stow pocket, so that you can basically stuff this jacket into that pocket so that you can carry this inside of your backpack and it doesn't take up much space. Going to the inside of the jacket, you can see here that there's no cincher, so you can't pull this tight around your waist. You do have two internal pockets, one on each side, and they are very large. Higher up on the chest, you can see that there's no pockets. And when you go to the cuff, these are non-adjustable. It is slightly stretchy, and I do mean slightly stretchy. Up here you have the tag, and you also have a hook so you can hang this jacket. Going to the hood itself, this is a very simple hood. In fact, there's absolutely no adjustments on this. You have a center zip. That too is a YKK zipper. And folks, as far as the features go, that's pretty much it. This is a very simple jacket, as you can tell. The point of this jacket is going lightweight as possible. And let me tell you everyone, this thing is super light. So there you have it everyone. In a nutshell, that is the SuperStrand LT hoodie. The focus of this jacket is to offer a balance between warmth and weight. Let's talk about weight for a second because this is very impressive. The weight of this jacket is only 10.9 ounces. For a jacket that offers this much warmth, this is the lightest weight that I've ever seen. There are plenty of lightweight down jackets out there, but the thing is, this is a synthetic fill, and it's lighter weight than most of the other down jackets. That's what's so impressive. At the same time, this is very warm, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. So the weight of this jacket is under 11 ounces. Sizes, small, all the way to extra large. Colors, blue, black, gray, and yellow. The retail cost of this jacket, as you would expect from Outdoor Research, it's not cheap. This is $220. That is certainly a lot of money, but don't kid yourself, this is cheap compared to some synthetic fill jackets, and it's quite inexpensive compared to down jackets that are similar to this. When it comes to the materials, we have the YKK zippers. We have a 12 denier ripstop nylon, and that's the shell on the inside and outside. And now for just a moment, let's focus on the insulation type, because I'm not going to go into a great deal of information about this because this is a topic that could take 20 minutes to discuss. If you want more information, you could find that at the Outdoor Research website. So to go over this briefly, this insulation is what they call a VerticalX SuperStrand insulation. This is 100% polyester, and it was designed to mimic down in a way that I've never seen before. There's plenty of companies out there who have variations, what they claim to be very similar to down, but it's not true. I think of the company Outdoor Vitals. They have their Lofting jacket, and unfortunately, that insulation was a big failure. It had serious problems. It would come through the material, and the simple fact was, it wasn't that warm. But at the same time, that jacket was fairly expensive. In fact, when you find this jacket on sale, they virtually cost the same. And the performance of this jacket is far and beyond the Outdoor Vitals jacket. So this is what Outdoor Research claims about this insulation. They say that this has been created with polyester strands that mimic the shape of thousands of down clusters. These lofted strands have the best properties of down and synthetic combined, and it was designed to deliver optimized insulation, packability, warmth, and loft. And folks, that's what it does. I've been testing this out for maybe 3 or 4 months now, and I'm super impressed. I've worn it on cool days, I've worn it on very cold days, and the performance of this, the weight of this is absolutely top notch. Going back to the details for a second before jumping to the main part of the review, there is a men's and women's version, and also there's a hoodless version and a hooded version. The non-hooded version is roughly $20 less expensive than this one. Now I want to shift your attention over to the warmth rating for this jacket. When it comes to any insulation layer, it's very difficult for a company to give it a warmth rating. With that being the case, I'm going to share with you all how I have been using this jacket and the sort of conditions that I've used it in, so that you can have a good idea of how this performs. performs. Do keep in mind that this is going to be subjective. Everyone is different. Some people run cold, some people run hot. It depends on the conditions outside, it depends on what you're doing, and so on. So keep those factors in mind when I'm sharing these details. With this jacket and just a t-shirt, I'm very comfortable down to 40 degrees. With a temperature of around 30 degrees, with just a merino wool long sleeve shirt and the jacket, I'm very comfortable when hiking around. At 30 degrees, when I'm stationary, say sitting around camp, I'm warm with a merino wool long sleeve shirt and also a mid-weight merino wool base layer, in addition to the jacket. For a jacket of this weight, it matches up perfectly with my experiences with down jackets that are similar. So the performance really does go hand in hand. Down and the SuperStrand. I mean, they're very, very close. All in all, in my opinion, this performs just like down. With my experiences, with my testing, it does. In fact, I have heavier down jackets that perform worse than this. That's how good this insulation is. Talking about synthetic insulation jackets, there are plenty of those jackets out there. Some are very inexpensive, some are very expensive. And over the years, this is the only insulation that I've seen that directly compares to down. And what's so impressive is that it gives you all of the benefits of synthetic, but also of down at the same time. And with that, let's go over to the pros for this jacket, starting with the insulation. Based upon my experiences with other synthetic insulations, I could tell that a lot of research has gone into this. If it's good enough for you not to notice, that's pretty impressive, because with 99% of synthetic insulations, you can tell the difference. You can tell it's not down. But in this case, you simply cannot. You can compress this jacket. It stows small inside of your backpack. It's very warm for the weight. It also performs extremely well when wet, where that's not the case most of the time with down. Without a doubt, this is warmer than any synthetic insulation that I've tested before. And at the same time, this jacket is super breathable. This is one of the few jackets that I can actually wear and I can hike at the same time. Most of the time, I have to take jackets like this off because I get too hot. I rather run cold than sweat. But in this case, I can actually wear this jacket. I can hike for miles and miles, and it releases enough heat where I'm very comfortable. That is incredibly impressive to me. And so is the next fact. This jacket is extremely windproof. In fact, I was hiking up on top of this mountain. I was going into a wind zone, and a high wind zone. So I walk out, the winds are hitting me, 40, 50 mile an hour, 60 mile an hour gusts. And this is something that I noticed. I noticed that the wind was not piercing this shell. I could not believe it. Standing on the edge of a mountain, getting hit by these gusts, and I could not feel the wind going through this material. Now, I did have additional layers on underneath that did help. But as far as a very lightweight jacket like this, top-notch wind protection performance. The conditions that day on top of that mountain were this. It was roughly 15 degrees with gusts up to 60 miles an hour. And I was completely comfortable with this jacket. Next, we have to talk about the lofting ability of this jacket. Since it's so much like down, it performs like down. So you can compress this very easily, and as soon as you pull it out, it just bounces right back. I mean, as you can see here, it looks good. And it's been compressed for a few days. An additional pro for this jacket is that it's super lightweight, less than 11 ounces. For this level of performance, that is indeed impressive. Next up, this is a very versatile jacket. You could use this in the cooler conditions. You could also use it in the cold. So we're talking late summer, fall, winter. You have the ability to layer this jacket and use it any way that you want to, and you can use this for a long period of time. This isn't one of those jackets where it's simply too warm, too bulky to use year round. You really can use it anytime that you want to, and you have the ability to layer it, so it's very versatile. The next pro that I have for this jacket is price. For the money, this is very comparable to other options out there. In some cases, it's less expensive. In some cases, it's much less expensive. All in all, this is in the same ballpark as every other company. Most name brand outdoor companies have a lightweight jacket. Sometimes it's down, sometimes it's synthetic fill. From what I've observed, this is the lightest weight one. Based upon the research that I did last night, most comparable jackets run about $300. Next up, everyone, this jacket is true to size. This fits very well. It fits well with just a t-shirt, and at the same time, there's plenty of room here to layer with. And that point there takes us over to the cons. First off, there is no upper chest pocket for your cell phone. I wish there was. This is a place that I like to put my phone. I can easily listen to music. I can pull it out, answer a text. I can check my map. And this is a feature that is missed on this jacket. Next up, while you do have two inner pockets, these are not zippered, and I wish they were. Yes, it would add a little bit of weight to this jacket, but that's a lot of functionality there. And at the same time, it's a lot of protection for items that you want to keep close by. The next con that I have for this jacket is the way that it's stowed into the left pocket. You can get it to fit, but it's a ton of work. For someone who doesn't have much finesse like myself, I could not actually get this zippered up. I got everything stuffed in there, but I was not able to zip it. Susie, my wife, she has much more finesse and patience than I do. She was able to get it all zippered up nice and neat very easily. but it's not something that I could do. So that stow pocket, while it's nice to have, it is a little bit tight. If you go slow and you have patience, you can get it done, but that's not me. Next up, when it comes to the hand pockets, I mentioned this before, there's no micro fleece to warm your hands. That's a shame. Next up, when it comes to the hood, there's absolutely no adjusting. The only way to get this tight is to zip it all the way up, just like so. This is the only point in time where you're going to have this basically stuck into place because your head keeps it there. Let's say that you're hiking into the wind, you're warming up, you need to release some heat, but yet you want your hood on. Well, the only options that you have are to hold in the heat, keep it zipped up, or to unzip like this, and that's where this will get blown off your head. For the money, I think this is almost mind-numbing. Why did Outdoor Research do this? I mean, it has to be to keep the weight down, but Outdoor Research, other companies, functionality trumps weight. Always. This jacket is so well thought out in all areas except for the hood, and it's a big letdown. And with that point there, let's go ahead and summarize this and end this episode. All in all, Outdoor Research did an amazing job with this jacket. I'm, again, super impressed with it. The insulation is amazing. I mean, it really is the closest performer to down that I've ever seen. So good, in fact, that I thought it was down, and that says a lot. For the money, with the weight, the warmth, the performance, I have no regrets with this jacket. And if you're looking for a jacket that offers a good balance between weight and warmth, breathability, and synthetic insulation performance, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with this either. And that wraps up my review. If you like this episode, hit the thumbs up because it does help the channel. You can support the channel on YouTube, on Patreon. I do appreciate it. You can join the Wolf Pack. The Outdoor Gear Review is agenda free. I don't care if you buy this. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm here to share information, and that's it. I share the pros and cons as I see them, and that's it. That's all. Everyone, take care, be well, strength and honor. Bye for now.